I don't know what it is. Say that, man. So look, PPV for VAULT. That's the first time I'm using that little live feature on the YouTube. You dig what I'm saying? I'm really hoping that the sound is going okay. Alright, look, I done put together this. Just right about that June. First quarter moon into Nishta. Right, Aquarius. This is the chart. New moon chart. Of course, we read from the moon. The ascendant was in Libra, so the focus, of course, is going to be it's still initiating, creating partnerships, businesses, relationships, or just the urge to have sex or something like that, right? So, but reading from moon is with Saturn, so they give it a kind of serious bend of mind, serious state of mind. Moon is Kemadruma, so it's isolated. It's a little bit of isolation, a little bit of loneliness. You dig what I'm saying? Moon aspect Leo in the 5th, so therefore it's the desire for enjoyments and like fun and games and all that there. Right, so quarter moons are the phase in the month where challenges and obstructions may arise. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like a little test or a period where you can readjust your intentions that was set during time of the new moon. So the moon is squaring the sun, 4 signs away, same modality. So it's both in a fixed sign, right? So keywords is tension for a square. The keywords is tension, competition, disharmony. The keywords for a quarter moon are momentum, initiative, and magnetism. So first quarter moon, when things come up and it's obstacles, you trying to nip them in the bud real quick. Have the initiative to nip them in the bud. These things might come up and they might slow your momentum. You dig what I'm saying? And oftentimes these are things that push you out of certain comfort zones. You dig what I'm saying? Like, okay, new moon intentions is the power to initiate and create partnerships. You dig what I'm saying? And you want to initiate through partnerships. This quarter moon suggests that there's an issue, a conflict. The energy is not mixing between the instinct to be friendly, humanitarian, outgoing, social, Aquarius, and then the purpose or the will to be secretive, kind of intense and extreme. So instinct to stabilize through rationale, logic, boundaries, and uniqueness brings tension and disharmony with the will to transform or stabilize through intense emotions, emotional depths, or extreme passions. It's the sun in Scorpio, moon in Aquarius. You dig what I'm saying? So specifically for me, that job does I've been thinking because it's new moon thing, so you kind of gonna follow those intentions, especially if you tap in. Now, I am a man of extremes. You dig what I'm saying? That's why I don't like gambling. You feel me? I'm kind of extremely extreme in how I approach things, especially like when it comes to talking to other people. I just kind of we tried that shit when I was with Teo, met somebody else, introduced, and it was like, as soon as I had did the little introduction or whatever, I could see it was extreme. Now here's the kill. This person was Scorpio ascendant, and I'm an Aquarius, right? Now, I did it in right after we met, got the name, we exchanged names and shit, basic introductions. It's like, all right, I'm kind of tired, and I was like, yeah, because I know I got that effect, right? But that might just be the energy out there, so just to humble myself. So the conflict occurs with these two signs because of the elemental quality. Air and water don't really cooperate, or they might impede each other. I don't remember. Water is heavy, damp, cold. Air is light, dry, hot. So therefore, you having real life, lighthearted, light instincts, light mind, light emotions, but then your purpose, or you got this will that's man, it's this heavy things that's weighing on you, right? So it creates tension. Scorpio is intense, mysterious, reserves of energy, and eager nature, right? And Aquarius is cold, detached, aloof, and almost impersonal. You know what I'm saying? Sobering. So it's an internal conflict between one's emotions, past traumas in Scorpio, and an isolated, uh, we could say distrusting, dutiful nature of Aquarius, right? Because Scorpio kind of wants nothing more than to share and exchange and be intense with whomever. Like every planet make an aspect to 7 to them. So 7 to Scorpio is Taurus. Moon is exalted in Taurus, so there's a lot of nurturing, a lot of comforts, a lot of pleasure. You dig what I'm saying? That's something that Scorpio might need. But in Aquarius, Scorpio is not getting that. If anything, this environment is colder. It's so distant, and Scorpios want to feel closeness. You think they want to feel a sense of closeness, and I don't think they're gonna relax. They got too much energy, but you think what I'm saying? They just want to indulge. Like they got a desire to be indulgent. Look. So waxing quarter moons, waxing means growing. Waxing quarter moons involves something or perhaps someone being in your way of achieving something. You will have to face this conflict while keeping your emotions even. Waxing quarter moon in Aquarius suggests that there is a conflict in something that needs to be let go and surrendered, and to move on from issues related to sex, money, or both. So sex, money, or both. Libra ascendant. It's getting louder. I don't know if I might say something that, or if I'm getting distracted, but maybe that's the schizo shit. Issues related to sex. So the ascendant is in Libra, ruled by Venus. Venus is in fall. So it's like Venus in Virgo is like very picky and it wants to feel special because Venus is looking at its exaltation. So it's like this is a time right now where people in relationships, maybe they want a bit more they want more to feel special, or people kind of like not really fucking with relationships right now, not even fucking with flirting. Like the flirting ain't even going right, perhaps. You dig what I'm saying? Because we all really, really, really want to be, want to feel super duper special. Now Venus is going closer towards fall and exact like deep debilitation. So the only shit that's going on, strange enough, is scandalous shit that has no compatibility. Perhaps like sometimes I be scrolling on Instagram because I be bored, and I really be dying to look at just dog and cat animal videos. But sometimes you see the fuckery and be like, oh okay, get distracted, detached. Alright, so from the ascendant, quarter moon is in the 5th house. It's the house of romance, investments, pleasure, right? So it's a conflict. So that means the quarter moon is going to involve 2nd house of finance and values, and then the 5th house of enjoyments and pleasure. So maybe this is a time when a person realizes how indulgent they have been over the past weeks or whatever, right? Either indulging in your expenses or indulging in a sexual excess, right? We can talk about aspects. Moon is receiving Mars' fourth aspect. That's a natural square. 4 is about comforts, but from Mars, 4 has to do with capture and control, right? So Mars in Scorpio is intense action, energy, strong willpower. Is looking to control the emotions, capture, control, seize the emotions with very, very intense, extreme energy, right? But Moon is conjunct the planet Saturn. Conjunctions bring integration. So discipline, resilience, integrate with the instincts and emotions, right? So it's kind of sober, focused mind, not affected by outside influence. It might have a tinge of melancholy. You dig what I'm saying? Saturn can give grief and depression. Saturn in Aquarius casts his full 10th aspect on Mars and Scorpio. 10th is about it's upachaya, so it grows, but 10 is about like it's the house that's opposite from the house that represent comfort. So therefore, it's kind of like putting you out into the world. You got to build a legacy or a livelihood with the 10th aspect. But Saturn, just nature, is kind of going to suppress and sober them influence. And Mars and Saturn are bitter enemies. So it's like, they're going to say the only person that can tame the energy of Mars is Saturn, interestingly enough. Okay, so the eagerness and impulsions that Mars and the extremities that Mars was likely to put on their instincts and emotion become suppressed by the influence of Saturn. So it's like conflict may arise, and it might be some BS, but because of that Saturn influence, right, it's causing somebody to be like, oh, well, you want some snake shit, you want some BS, and it'll check that, and it probably won't escalate past that. So last June, Venus is approaching deep debilitation after this contact. It's going to be at the exact 27 fall degree at time of new full moon. Venus, and I'm going to do something else on this Venus jump because I have to do some more research. I got some things, but this is notes. And I talked about the aspect Venus makes to Pisces, the exaltation from Virgo. So Venus and Virgo is adapted to detail. So it's like, it's kind of like nitpicky love. It's like, man, I really like you and shit like that. That's the desire. You dig what I'm saying? Like, in my own life, I'm going to keep it funky as shit. I kind of know Pisces. Feel me? Now I'm having conflict. Venus in my ascendant. I realize as a Virgo ascendant, I really be fucked up when I'm constantly bombarded by images of women and sex and just all those things. I realize I be going crazy because, once again, like I said earlier, I'm a man of extremes. I was talking to Tay in the gym, and we was talking about that one time at the block. Now, he an Aries, so he really can't stand seeing anybody getting too much attention. But in the same vein, like, I am extreme, and when I was talking to them, I kind of like, I'm gonna be me if I can't do my thing. Like, you feel me? Now, we also gotta understand, like, if you did want aggression or a bold ass nigga in your face, you wouldn't have said anything to me. That's just how that go. You feel what I'm saying? And I had to tell him, like, even I'm like, fuck out my way. Don't be trying to cock block. Don't be trying to be on that BS. You dig what I'm saying? I understand. You probably think you the shit. As an Aquarius, as a Sag and shit like that, man, I got my own portion of the sky. I'm gonna always go back there and you're not allowed. You feel me? So the desire to feel either really special in a relationship or the desire to really lose myself in passions, sex, perhaps drugs and shit like that. Just kinky fetishy shit, you feel me? The card for the station of the quarter moon are the Five of Swords is the moon. So there's conflicts, arguments, unresolved, shit that's dragging along. People are playing nice in your face and they're still talking crazy behind your back, right? Another way of looking at it is perhaps you might have something to say for someone, but you holding back expression for fear of rejection or fear of being defeated, right? It's a difficult stage. It concerns humiliation, malice, brutal insults. I really hope that damn jump is not as loud as it seems, bro. I don't get it. I be good. Hold on, because I'm thinking about it and I can see them in there. Alright, passive suffering from a negative experience. So having gone through some and kind of still not having shake that shit off. Like I ain't gonna back. It's like, yeah, I really feel so rusty when it comes to this, but I don't feel like I'm actually, like, my rhythm feel like it's there. It be do. Like, I am Dinesh the Sun, so my rhythms are like be there, but ain't no bass behind my shit. Like, it's rusty. It's like, bro, like, I don't even, like, I sit there and I be thinking about it. I be thinking about saying something to somebody, sending a text or a voice memo or something like that, and then I realize, I be like, is this what you want? And it's like, yeah, is this what you want? And it's like, I don't know, because I being bold, I have gotten rejected, or just motherfucker kind of like, ooh, no, thank you, that type shit. You kind of want rejection, because sometimes they get to a point where you just kind of just be in a, like, you got a routine, you might have a script, and you just talk and just say hello, just introduce myself and shit like that. But nigga, that's just like, hello is how everything stopped. And when I was talking with Bundy, I was like, man, I can't even say I got an issue that I ain't got none. I be a little worried, like, it might be hard to, like, man, hard to get rid of it. Okay. And I remember Shawty said that shit. She was like, man, it's hard to da-da-da-da-da. I was like, man, I feel you, Shawty. I feel you. So, recognizing your own limitations. The astrological position is Venus in Aquarius. Venus in Aquarius gives charm and friendliness, but the idea is that love and lust, Venus, are dependent upon logic and rationality. You dig what I'm saying? Which actually does not help. Logic and rationality, dependence on logic and rationality does not really help love, which is Venus is exalted in Pisces. Pisces are confused as shit. Like, no funny, I'm gonna keep it funky with shit, I ain't talking about, what's it say? Like, little nigga ain't know what he wanted. But I'm like, in my head, I was like, well, you kind of was with that little nigga, so I'm looking at you like you also don't really know what you want. And Pisces shit, she kind of come off like unsure about shit, but I don't think so. Oh no, you sure? Cause I got Venus and Pisces, so it's like, truth be told, bro, like that teasing shit, like, oh yeah, I'll be a tease, but I really like hate being teased. That's why I was like, if I feel this, like, I was like, why am I fantasizing? Feel me? Some Venus game is just knowing that Venus' seventh aspect is strong as shit. So when you understand an attraction, when you attracted to somebody, it kind of got to go both ways. You dig what I'm saying? Or the Venus got to make some aspect. You feel me? So like, how did we test this shit? We had tested this shit. I feel like it was, I might have tested it, but I was with somebody. Sometimes people don't know what I'm doing, but I might say it. I do have to inform. That's part of my strategy. So we just be sitting down and, like, if you can try this, just sit down. You probably already know this. You be sitting down with your bro, or maybe your nipple sensitive or whatever. Maybe you fucking blood flowing or something. Your privates twitch, your nipples fucking get hard or something like that. Just look around and see who you might catch looking at you. That's understanding the Venus on an electromagnetic way, right? So distant, detached love, it creates difficulty getting close to somebody else. Venus is sociability, sensitivity, and joy. Saturn ruled Aquarius is hard times, it's cold, it's lonely, it's isolated. You know what I'm saying? Based on that position, the fall of Venus in Aquarius, so Virgo is going to be in the 8th. If Venus is in Aquarius, based on 5 of Swords. So that means it falls in Virgo, but currently Venus is in Virgo. So 8th house is scandals, secrets, taboo things, malicious shit that is private, shit that ain't gonna see the light of day. So, right, but it's also an idle house. So that means like the public, the environment outside very well might be touch starved, love starved, sex starved. You dig what I'm saying? Just like I feel it may be unappreciated and shit like that, right? And Venus and Virgo does, strangely enough, it creates scandals and shit, right? So, like real world examples, Jada Pinkett is in the news. She is a Virgo woman in another entanglement, right? What the fuck? I seen a jump on the reels just scrolling. They got pages called Toxic Kings, Toxic Queens. That shit came back out. I was listening to that shit, like some of this shit just sound like it sound like you mad because you didn't know you was a trick. It sounds like you mad because you didn't know you was a punk ass bitch. You dig what I'm saying? You was a goofy ass nigga. But now y'all exposed. It's just weird, bro. Everybody in everybody business and shit like that. Like, and that's why you be mad, because it's like, we ain't gotta get into that. We ain't gotta get into that shit. And then you got Puff Daddy and Cassie, right? That's another little sex scandal, Venus and Virgo business, right? And then you got the Krishan shit coming back out, and the, Blueface, Jaden, all that, just a bunch of shit, right? So for the Sun, it's the Five of Cups. That's regret, failure, disappointment, setbacks, moving on, frustration, sorrow, despair, right? So the old wound opened again, and the old pain that we thought passed long ago. So, you might have felt like you had just gotten over some shit. And then planets in Scorpio brought all those issues back up for alchemy. You dig what I'm saying? For the Negrito phase, for the calcination, right? So it represents incomplete, unsuccessful results, being frustrated with a situation that does not happen the way that you wish. Even though things are not going in your way, new opportunities and possibilities are waiting for you, but only when you are ready. The astrological position for this is Mars in Scorpio. The correspondence in the outward cosmos around us, Mars is in Scorpio. So this gives tremendous reserves of energy and action. Fixed water means that these reserves are dependent upon emotional state or the extremes in temperament. So like shit might really piss you off, and you might roll out, just want to go for that. You might have the energy to just like, hey, I'm out the. And then water erodes things, so it's like you might have patience, the persistence, the ferocity to like just like duke it out, but I probably wouldn't, because Mars and Saturn are aspecting each other. It might be a stalemate, or it might just cause you to kind of like really consider that. So now Sabian symbols, Aquarius 4 is a Hindu healer. It's a spiritual focus. So pleasures, rewards, and disciplines of civilization rob us of our most precious ability to tune into the spiritual realms, healing yourself of imbalances. Do I have that one up here? Long ago, our species lost its balance and set up a pattern of distortion in thinking and behavior that has prevented us from finding the highest degree of group consciousness. That has brought about emotional and physical disorder to most people across the planet. Yet certain people have kept alive practices from ancient times and are able and in fact duty-bound to offer healing to those ready to receive it. That's interesting. Later on, like on the actual quarter moon, I'm reading the excerpt from Master Yao Yamaki-Mora's Awakening the Master Masculine about the scarcity model and the abundance model. You dig what I'm saying? Because that's the key. So long ago, the species lost its balance and set up a pattern of distortion in thinking and behavior that has prevented us from finding that. And that's what the scarcity model is. You dig what I'm saying? Scarcity model is like built out of greed. It's built out of aggression and just malice. It's kind of evil as shit. You dig what I'm saying? It works in some instances because it's like maybe things are scarce where you at. Maybe y'all might be like a small little enclave, and resources and supplies is not in demand or available where you at. You might have to employ some means in order to job, like start ransacking people's shit. But it's because of the scarcity model, right? It create fear, and it fucking suppresses your natural self. You dig what I'm saying? It suppresses your natural self. I don't know why this on my mind, but in the garden, you can eat of all the trees, but not the tree of good and evil. Because why is like the Elohims and the Yahwehs is those that, like they say, God reign over the just and unjust. So therefore, God's Elohims, those different higher principalities, and those archetypes are over good and evil. Like they have different sides to them. You feel me? They gotta get the whole spectrum of this type of experience. You understand what I'm saying? But the scarcity model is employed by those at the top to job like, oh, you got like you feel me? They gotta make you believe through religion, money, media and shit like that. It's three main jumps, but they it's really just, it's kind of disgusting. I ain't go back. Certain shit just like, what? You feel me? Like, motherfucker be bragging about some dumbass fabric you put on. And it's like, it's like the way that your bitch eyes be everywhere but on that fabric or on them shoes or on that dumbass car. Even when she in the car, she looking at everything outside that jump, bro. And you really trying to impress her. Or whatever the fuck you trying to do. Now in that book it was saying also like the more vain that women become, and they, that's their base nature, but it's base nature. But the more that they kind of dig into the Leviathan of their vanities and shit like that, the more that men become increasingly violent and cruel in their displays of aggression. You dig what I'm saying? Cause nigga mad as shit cause he done realized wore the same outfit for a month trying to get it up just so he could trick on a bitch, right? And because of the scarcity model, yeah, she got that thing, but not satisfied with that because the next bag then came out. Oh boy, you mad as shit because as a man, if you're giving something and it's not being appreciated, you actually supposed to get the fuck away from wherever the fuck you at, even if it's your family. You give anything and a motherfucker playing you like your efforts is nothing, you have to go away. It's not good for your spirit. You're gonna lose your soul in that shit. You dig what I'm saying? So then you get mad, or a nigga might get mad and his bitch start doing other shit with another nigga that could get her another bag or whatever. I hate that it always gotta be a lot of this shit you niggas make it, we have to fucking base it around a woman, but some of you niggas only go, I guess, as far as it get. Some of y'all maybe as far as it get. You think what I'm saying? It's not a diss. It's the scarcity model. It's meant to keep your ass in a juvenile state. It's like, it's all good, bro. I take care of my bitch, and then she fucking suck. It's like y'all really don't even understand the definition of a man or a woman. If you really think that's it, you know what I'm saying? That's why sometimes I don't even like talking about that shit, because I'm like, bruh, you was made by God. She was made by God. She got her own agency. You really gonna let her not do nothing? She ain't gonna let you not do nothing. You know what I'm saying? She not even gonna let you do the bare minimum. You're gonna get you're gonna get accused of gaslighting or breadcrumbing and some shit. So nah, bro. No, I really don't be knowing what the fuck be going on through y'all heads, and I be dying to know, like, where did y'all get this from? Like, hold on, man. So Scorpio 4 is ritual. Candles, incense, special clothes, special occasions, and defined behavior all create ingredients of rituals that create sacredness. Communal rituals both settle us and deepen our access to the life force. So I ain't really get this one, but I did, because candles, incense, special clothes, they do carry certain frequencies. You dig what I'm saying? It's a reason you want to wear black to certain ceremonies or white to certain ceremonies. There's a reason that the behavior has to be defined. Like if you step into a dojo and you walk in and you don't bow before you get in, they real life might beat the fuck out you. Like they might real life beat your ass. Have some respect. So I understand that. Incense, candles. Candles is a symbol of the fire, the light, the divine spark. The incense is just good for. It really is good for like cleaning the area and shit like that, because whether or not you knew it or not, our mind and brains, 1/4 of what we process is out like we smelling that shit. We ain't hearing more shit, we ain't seeing more shit, we realize smelling. And that job, like, smell just take you immediately it takes you quicker to certain places. Mental realms and shit like that, more than anything else. You feel me? So let me read this. So the definer of our group is important. There are enemies who would threaten our survival and happiness. And of course there are strangers. Not all strangers are enemies. However, we need to be able to tell which is which. We do this through the development of rituals, which also had a purpose and effect of deepening the bond between the members of our group. Rebels within are also clearly identified as they always participate in certain selected rituals. These can be mundane or sacred, from celebrating certain days of the year with pancakes, chocolate eggs, roast turkey, or the observation of prayer rites. So basically, like, on the new moon, John, I was talking about initiating partnerships. Now, here's the cue. The 10th to Libra is Cancer. Cancer is the home. It could be the family, it's assets, peace of mind, all that type of shit. It's your homeland, right? So the homeland. So in economics or the marketplace, the first firm is the family, but based on how the scarcity model has kind of like really put such a fucking restriction upon and a really malefic influence, an evil influence upon families. It kind of fuck it up. It destroy everything, because it's like the main people you want to trust in this world was probably the first ones that crossed you, because the scarcity model, your parents, your family, your school, your cousins, every fucking body is being affected by the scarcity model, especially like in this present day. Like, all that shit fucked up. Like, your parents might be possessed by a fucking model and demonic entities and parasites within this fucking model that cause them, they might say some foul shit to you. You ain't gonna recover from that shit, and it's gonna waste your fucking time. It's gonna waste your time and certain shit, bruh. No funny. It's a reason that you might say some shit to a bitch and she just don't get it. Because if that bitch actually was to grasp that shit, she could lose part of her soul. Same way, like, bro, like, oh, I know you done realized, nigga. I know you done sat up there and got mad about some shit and might have complained about that shit in front of a bitch. Or just complained about some shit like a bitch or some shit like that. And you realize, felt like, nigga, I don't feel like I have a soul. You probably felt dead before you died. You dig what I'm saying? And that's just like what that shit do. So it's like you gotta be vigilant as shit. And the candle is like a candlelight vigils. You gotta be vigilant as shit when it come to that. So communal rituals is interesting. Community. I just learned some shit about community, and it was like, I'm like, oh yeah, that's the better thing, because if we don't even have like community, if we ain't got family, then we got a bunch of motherfuckers that don't come from shit, and they always gonna be clinging to any type of attention. Like, oh my gosh, you like me? All right, I'm gonna cling to you, and now you gotta stay with me. Then motherfuckers start developing an entitlement because of the scarcity, this idea of scarcity. Like, oh, it's just not enough to go around. I don't want to do that. I ain't gonna be with you, and you gonna be doing this. It's like stupid shit, but it's weird, because had the scarcity model not been like, bro, like, no funny, when you even try to adopt the abundance model and shit, like, I be trying, I ain't gonna bet. It's just sometimes like the outside environment, it'll put you through, like, that shit might have you assed out with nothing for a little bit to see if you really mean that abundance. You dig what I'm saying? So motherfucker, it's because it got louder. It's like, if I'm not mistaken, cuz real loud walk, like, he did something that wasn't righteous. I could feel it. It just wasn't righteous. Let me see. But yeah, community. So communal rituals is like, if two Muslims see each other, they gonna say what's, assalamu alaikum, alaikum assalam, and all that. You dig what I'm saying? Like, they gonna talk because they understand their rituals. They understand what they doing. They understand, like, rituals is about gods. God is about cause. God, the Lord, the Absolute, is the cause of all causes. So you're trying to deepen your access and water your roots to be with the Absolute Lord, or some type of understanding enough as Jesus. It must be time for me to cut this off. I am so bothered by that damn Jump. Feel me? Oh, look at the dolphins. I couldn't even see that jump because I'm on the other one. The dolphins super cute. But yeah, community and shit. Cause, like, bro, like that entitlement that grow when you sitting up there doing that scar shit. Like, I really think I ain't going back. Like, I don't really care for any labels. It's just like if a nigga want to have more than one woman, then that might be what he do. You dig what I'm saying? If he got that plan, that's what he gonna do. But this shit is about community. This shit really ain't about you and her living some. Walt Disney was a fucking Mason. Walt Disney is part of the fucking scarcity model problem. He had to push that on you to make you believe that, oh yeah, you know, it's just me and you were made for me. And like even twin flame shit is scarcity model. Twin flame shit is goofy. Oh my gosh. You really think that the only person for you? Your soul, if you even have an awareness of like you having a soul, if you have one, bruh, eternal, bruh. Eternal. Always changing, bruh. Or maybe not even changing, but it's everlasting. Like it's gonna be there. You think that's the only like stop it. It's just an experience, bruh. Your soul is a what? It belong to God, nigga. That's just what I don't get it. That's why I be fucked up right now. You dig what I'm saying? I really be fucked up because like all that you see on Instagram is like they be going hard as hell trying to sell you niggas these dreams, bro. But her pickup line was, "You got a woman cook for you." It's like you niggas be dying to be flattered. You niggas be dying to just relive a life where your mother cooked for you or some shit like that. I don't know, bro. Don't you niggas understand that that's like that's the very first level? Like, man, she be cooking for me. I be looking at niggas like, what? You fucking with somebody that don't cook for you, bro? Like, oh, I had a bitch that really didn't know how to cook. Like, I cook better than all the ones that I had. You dig what I'm saying? I cook better than my own mother though. Like, I don't even trust her cooking. Now, all that being said, bro, like, niggas don't know how to cook. So, once again, that's where it be like, all these niggas don't have no soul. If you got a soul as a man, then you know that even if your bitch don't know how to cook, if you do know how to cook, right, you can get that shit done. Oh, I realized, nigga, we went out. This is with Libra Moon, bro. Oh my gosh, little beautiful thing. We go out, nigga, and I think we got like a greens and grains from some alias joint. It might not have been called. And then we went, cause I just love the grocery store, bro. Like that's a date for me, bitch. Let's go to the grocery store, bitch. So I'm gonna show you what I like cook. So we go to the grocery store, come back. She got some rice, she got some romaine, we got some more shit, and I'm really a creative nigga, so I whip up some fucking green and grain bowl for her ass. She real like punished that junk that night, like, and then came back on some like autistic shit. Like I be on, I was like, I want this again and again. I was like, yeah. Another time, the Aries moon, little cute fucking goofball. Jesus. Nigga, I cook endless shit. Like all she really knows is like salmon and rice and shit like that. But nigga was in that joint making chicken flautas, or fucking lasagna. I learned how to fucking make lasagna with the noodles and shit like that. And all those gestures would lead to them wanting to cook more. A woman only know what the fuck you show them. You dig what I'm saying? And if you a man, bro, like you kind of get offended when a bitch be on some like, I give you so much. It's like, listen, you only know what somebody told you or somebody showed you. So if you even feel like you gave anything to me, I had to give first. I had to just give with no getting back. You dig what I'm saying? Like it's always like that. So I be hating when a bitch be trying to flip the script. All this weird ass kind of like, I gotta make you feel guilty. I don't understand that shit. I really don't be understanding that shit. I really don't be understanding a lot of shit, bro. Funny. Like what? Why you trying to make me feel bad? What the fuck? It's just women shit. I ain't gonna back. Like, to a degree, it's a sign of that woman healing. Like, bringing that shit back up. She's gonna blame you for that. Like, she gonna blame you for, you know, being a high school sweetheart. That wasn't my fault, bro. I wouldn't encourage nobody to be a high school sweetheart. You gonna come out of that damaged and lame as hell. Like, you real life gonna be behind. You gonna be thinking things supposed to be a certain way, and it's gonna be people that's just looking at you like, what the fuck are you even, like, y'all, you see what I'm saying? High school sweethearts, I really be feeling like y'all gonna have that arrested development. I realize don't get that shit. It's oftentimes, you know, they come from like two people that got, like, you know, the issues and shit with their own family.